gather round. Now then, what did we see today?
The cathedral.
The cathedral, yes. And when was it built?
14th century.
The 14th century. Now then, how many fish were there in the pond?
3.
There were 4 fish in the pond. 4? Hands up all those who said 4. Oh, I thought there were some of you who said 3. In fact, I'm sure there were some of you who said 3. All right. Do you enjoy your walk?
Yes, sir.
Good. See you in the morning.
Bye, sir.
Oh, Mr. Topaze.
Oh.
I'm so sorry to disturb you, but may I ask you a great favor?
Yes, please do.
May I borrow your red ink?
Oh, yes, with the greatest pleasure. I've just bought a new bottle.
You're so kind.
Oh. It's in here. New bottles have the rather curious habit of being stiff, so I'll open it for you, if I may. Isn't he lovely?
I like people who like animals.
Oh, I love animals.
Oh, do you?
Yes, yes. Are you going to do the corrections?
Yes. It's a job I don't like very much.
I love doing corrections. Sometimes I find myself correcting the writing on the posters in trams, even. Sometimes. Well, there you are. You can keep it as long as you need.
Thank you.
Miss Moosh, I am at your service.
At my service? I wish you really meant that.
But I do. You know I do. It's a pleasure. Let me take your homework with me, because you see, when I'm at home in the evening correcting it, it would seem as if I'm still near you.
Oh, really, Mr. Topaze, you shouldn't say such things.
I'm very sorry, but please don't refuse me.
Oh, very well then. Just this once.
Oh, thank you. It's all done up with your own little strap. I'm so happy.
Oh, Mr. Topaze.
Yes.
Your red ink, I won't be needing it now.
Oh, how very, very sweet of you.
You won't let anyone know that you're helping me, will you?
No. Nobody shall know that you and I are doing something forbidden together.
Oh, please.
It's our secret, Ernestine. Our lovely secret.
Yes, well, I shall want those books by 8:30 tomorrow. Remember, not a word.
Oh, no. Not a word. Oh, thank you. Not a word.
Topaze, Topaze, how is it going with Ernestine?
Beyond my wildest dreams. And what do you think? She's just given me her homework to correct.
That's a step forward.
Well, it's a step in the right direction.
Oh, how wonderful to be so clever and so attractive.
Oh, would you tell your dear wife I shall be in late again tonight?
Of course, yes.
I reckon I must be the worst lodger she's ever had. Still, if I didn't give these private lessons, I couldn't pay the rent. You'd be too embarrassed to ask for it.
I would not.
Oh, I bet you would.
I would not.
I bet. What do you bet me?
I bet you 2 francs.
I bet you 30 francs.
I bet you 30.5 francs.
Hello, Gaston.
Hello, sir.
You ready for your lessons? Eh? Come on, up we go.
Gracious, have you gone through all that muck?
Timmy?
You must have got up in the middle of the night.
Well, I didn't feel very sleepy.
And love banished sleep from my weary eyes.
Pindar. Pindar. Great poet, Pindar. You know, why is it they spell stars with a Z? I'll never understand that.
I thought I might help you.
No, thank you very much, Temmys, but she might recognize your handwriting.
Well, shall I just underline the mistakes for you?
No, it's very sweet of you, but, you know, she might sort of recognize your touch. Some people press harder than others, and KLOC clock.
Ah, so she knows your touch already, eh? I said she already knows your touch.
Only with the pencil. Not the way you mean, you naughty man.
And what about eternal love? Have you sworn that away?
No. I've said a few things. I've said some quite daring things, but I haven't gone that far, no.
Well, you should.
Should I?
Yes.
What do you think I should do?
She is a woman. You must appeal to her as a man. That's what they want, women. They want men.
Yes. I quite agree with you, Temmys. I agree about that. But, I mean, do you think she'd see me in that light? I mean, do you think I'd have any appeal to her as a man?
Stand up.
As a...
Stand up. Yes, you do present quite a manly appearance.
Yes?
Your own teeth.
Yes, I do.
Healthy hair.
Yes.
A good beard.
Well, the beard is...
Your beard is really quite masculine.
Yeah.
You know, from certain angles, your face is positively leonine.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Yes, I see what you mean, Tam. I am not of unprepossessing features.
You've got a very distinguished nose.
Do you think so?
Yes.
I never used to like my nose.
Oh, it's a very good nose, a commanding nose.
Do you think it is commanding? It's just that one never thinks of one's nose as being commanding. Oh, the gas is gone.
Oh, let me do it.
There's some matches and coins on the meter if you can find them. Yeah. Gets a bit cold in here when the gas goes out, doesn't it? Yes, I see what you mean about the commanding thing. It is commanding from the front, but maybe less commanding from the side.
Ah, Topaze.
Yes?
Ah, you cut a fine figure. The learned brow, the forceful face, the animal magnetism in the eyes. Go to her, Topaze. Sweep her off her feet. Demand her hand.
Yes. Demand her hand. Would it not be better to ask?
No, no, no. Demand. Women are women. They love to be ruled. You must dominate them.
Dominate.
Topaze!
Oh, coming, my dear.
Yes. Topaze, how did you propose to your wife?
Oh, I didn't have to. Her mother arranged everything.
Yes. Well, you see, Ernestine has no mother, and of course, as you know, her father is our headmaster.
Have no fear, Topaze. This is natural selection. Take her in your arms. Kiss her forcefully. Bruise her lips. Show her with your one kiss that you are the master come to claim your slave.
Veni, vidi, vici. Oh, Ernestine. What do you think she might say?
She may faint away in your arms, murmuring, Topaze, Topaze. Or in her modesty, she might repulse you. Or she might even say, don't you dare! Or she may even slap your face. But that's not important.
No, it isn't. No.
So long as she doesn't call out for help. The answer is yes.
Yes, Ernestine, your Topaze is here. Yes. I think I might try that. I think I might. Good morning, Ernestine. Good morning. Is there anything wrong, Ernestine? Is there? Something wrong? Ernestine?
No, nothing's wrong. Well, it has come to my ears that you've been spending the evenings in the home of a very beautiful young lady.
Oh, but my contacts with her are of a strictly professional nature.
Oh, really? Well, from what I've heard, all contacts with her are of a strictly professional nature.
But she's the relative of a pupil of mine.
I really don't care who she is.
I think you're angry, Ernestine.
Not at all.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, Ernestine.
Not at all.
Yes.
Please listen to me, Ernestine. If my visits to that lady have caused you the slightest vexation, then that makes me very happy, you see, because I love you and I want to marry you.
Oh! How dare you! Leave this room immediately.
Yes, thank you.
Oh.
Topaze, it's happened.
What's happened?
She just slapped my face.
Congratulations. But Topaze, her father.
Oh, yes. I've forgotten about the headmaster.
What?
Do you think someone might find out how the land lies?
Me?
Would you?
All right.
Only it's a good moment because I'm just about to introduce a new boy to the school.
Where did you find him?
Oh, well, it's that boy Gaston Courtois. I give him lessons, you know. And, oh!
What is it?
Oh, a poor child who I was to help this morning. Must have been waiting for hours. I must rush, yes. Topaze, discreet. Yes. What must I do?
Rush.
Yes. Smells lovely.
Thank you.
Your best ever. My modest darling.
my boy. I'm very, very sorry. A matter of extreme urgency kept me. I'm very sorry. Now, what was it we were to do today?
Dictation, sir.
Dictation, was it? Very well, dictation it was, and dictation it shall be. Ah, then. Yes, yes. He picked up the pen and signed his name.
My modest darling.
He picked up the pen and signed his name. Have you got that? He picked up the pen and singed his name. No. Signed is spelt S-I-G-N-E-D, not S-I-N-G-E-D. You see? He had no reason to burn his name, had he?
Ah! Good morning, Headmaster.
Good morning, Mr. Topaze. I would like a few words with you.
Certainly. Run along and play, and we'll do the dictation later.
Mr. Topaze.
Yes, Headmaster.
That's torn.
Ah.
Mr. Topaze, may I remind you of Article 27 of our regulations? Teachers giving private lessons in the school will pay 10% of the price of such lessons to the headmaster.
Ah, but Headmaster, these lessons are free.
Free? Free lessons? Has the world gone mad? Do you realize the grave consequences of this revolutionary initiative? If you give lessons for nothing, nobody will want to pay. You are robbing your colleagues, Topaze.
Headmaster, please don't say such a thing.
And your generosity will not absolve you from paying the 10% this time, however. It is not just a question of the money. We must all respect the rule. What is that mammal?
That is a skunk, Headmaster.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
It's mine.
Is it?
Yes. I brought it to illustrate a lesson on the animals which plague the farmyard.
Ah, fancy. That's torn.
Yes. Headmaster.
Yes? What?
I believe I shall be successful in introducing a new pupil.
Ah.
And may I draw your attention to the fact that this will be the third pupil that I have successfully recruited for the school this year.
You have thus rendered a great service to 3 families.
Thank you.
What is the boy's name?
His name is Gaston Courtois.
Ah, not a very aristocratic name, unfortunately. Now, had it been de Courtois, it might have influenced me.
He has a certain agility of mind, Headmaster. A natural gift for grasping shades of meaning, you know.
Ah.
And I'm afraid I rather committed myself with his aunt, who is, incidentally, a famous musical comedy star.
Oh, how interesting.
Yes.
Yes. Would his aunt be prepared to accept our conditions? 300 francs a month, payable in advance.
Oh, without any possible doubt, Headmaster.
Ah. And have you told her that we have been forced to add certain extras to our charges?
Certain extras, Headmaster?
Yes, yes.
May I inquire what they are?
Don't you know?
No.
Take them down.
Yes.
A permission to drink at the drinking water taps. 3 francs. Then there is a deposit for the wear and tear on the school furniture, names carved on the desks, and words written up on the walls of the, 30 francs.
This boy would never dream of writing words on the walls of...
No doubt, no doubt. Still, if his aunt accepts our terms, he will be entitled to. What was that?
What?
I thought I heard a sign.
Well, I don't think so, no.
Is there a boy concealed in the room?
No, Headmaster, no.
No. Never mind. Never mind.
Oh.
Where was I?
30 francs for writing on the walls of...
Yes, yes. Then there is 6 francs a month insurance
Yes.
against the various ills and ailments, particularly pertaining to school children. Dislocations, sprains, mumps, and being poked in the eye with a sharp object. Do you think his aunt would be prepared to accept these conditions?
Well, I would think in all probability, yes, Headmaster.
Yes. Well, he sounds a very promising pupil, and obviously one from the upper strata of society. And since you have been so imprudent to commit yourself, I suppose I must support you.
I am deeply grateful to you, Headmaster.
Good. I trust you will prove your gratitude by redoubling your zeal. And above all, more discipline, Mr. Topaze. More discipline.
You may count on me, headmaster.
Good. I am pleased with you, my friend.
My headmaster.
Yes, I am pleased. Good. Yes.
Miss Courtois. Good morning, Miss Courtois.
Good morning, Mr. Topaze. I thought I'd have a look at the school before I make my mind up about my nephew.
Yes, of course, I shall be only too pleased to show you around our school.
And,
Come along, boys.
Where are the other playgrounds?
The other playgrounds?
Well, yes. I suppose there must be some garden where the children play.
No. I appreciate this playground of ours must seem rather small to you.
Yes,
but,
rather.
Yes, but it has become, as you can see, much enlarged by strict application of rules. Run along, Paul. Christian? That's right. Our headmaster, Mr. Mush, has noticed that a child that runs about occupies much more space than a child that stays still. And he has forbidden all games that entail any vigorous movement. So our playground has thus become much enlarged. Yes. Perhaps you would like to have a look at our 6 classrooms.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you very much, dear Mr. Topaze. No, you see, this school isn't at all what I had expected it to be.
Oh?
I had hoped it would be a little more than a chicken run.
Oh. In other words, your impression has not been a favorable one.
In other words, no.
Oh, I see.
Well,
Allow me.
sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Topaze. I hope it won't cause you embarrassment with Mr. Mush.
No.
But honestly, do you like the school?
Well, shall we say, I love teaching.
Yes. Well, goodbye. And see you tonight for Gaston's lesson, as usual.
Of course, Miss Courtois.
And maybe amongst his friends I can find some extra work for you.
I would be most grateful. Thank you. Goodbye.
Anyway, what could I do?
Oh, well. That reminds me. Look what I found in a bookstore. Pestalozzi's letters.
It's a pity they don't sell overcoats in these bookstores.
Oh, I'd much sooner have this book than an overcoat. This man knew more about education than we'll ever know. He said to teach is to be taught, and he was right. We are privileged men, Tamise. Our pupils teach us to be honest, to be sincere, to be...
One jump ahead of them all the time. Topaze, may I tell you something? You are too soft-hearted. You need more discipline.
Is it because of my little musician you say that?
Have you caught him yet?
Ah, no, not yet. You see, I rather like the tune.
Oh, Topaze.
But unfortunately, it completely destroys my authority.
The next time you hear the music, continue with the lesson as if nothing had happened. Then little by little walk towards the sound. When you are right up to it, turn sharply, grab the creature from his seat, open the desk, and lo, the musical box.
Yes, it's quite a good idea. But it's not completely fair, Tam, because it's based on deception.
Well, is your little musician completely fair?
No, but, well, he's only a child.
You do love these children, don't you?
Well, you see, they shield us from all the greed and all the selfishness in the world. And that's good.
Oh, Topaze, I wish I was dedicated as you are. I wish...
Tam, may I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
You talk too much.
Yes, let's be quiet. Let's listen to the silence of the secret moments.
When time flows softly beyond black horizons. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow morning, Wednesday, the 23rd of January, from 8:30 to 9:30, we will write an essay on behavior and responsibility. So I want you, please, now to write the date of this essay in your exercise books. That is very naughty. Whoever wrote that is a naughty boy. Kerguzek, I do not need to turn around to know that it is you who is disturbing the whole class. Leave the room, Kerguzek. There's a good boy.
Leave the room immediately.
Kerguzek, you heard me. Leave the room. Where is Kerguzek?
Sir, he's been absent for 3 days, sir.
Oh, he's absent, is he? I see. Very well, then. He's not here. Don't try and be too clever with me, Cordia. I may look a complete fool, but I am not, I assure you. Not a complete fool. Now then, in order to prepare ourselves for this essay on behavior and responsibility, which we will write tomorrow,
Wednesday, 23rd January.
Wednesday, the 23rd of January, we will begin by doing a little oral revision. However, I would like first to address myself to the boy who has, for several days now, been providing musical accompaniments to my lessons. I would ask him for the last time not to play his little game today. However, should this occur again, that naughty boy will have to accept the full consequences. I see. Segudil.
Sir?
Segudil, would you describe to me the state of mind of an honest man after an honest day's work?
He's tired, sir.
He's tired, is he? It seems then you've forgotten what we've repeated at least 20 times in this class. Does work tire you, Tranche Bobby?
Work tires no one. What tires one is laziness, the mother of all vices.
Excellent, Tranche. You shall have 10 out of 10. Yes, Segudil. Work tires no one. What tires one is laziness, the mother of all vices. And children, while we're about it, let us remember that
There is no profit in ill-gotten gains.
good, and that
Money does not bring happiness.
excellent, excellent. Yes, Segudil. An honest man will be recompensed by gaining the esteem of all those who know him, and their confidence in him will be his best reward. When he goes past, old men will say, "Leave the room immediately."
It's not me, it's not me!
It is you! Leave the room, do you hear me? Oh, so this is the instrument, is it? Segudil, I see you take my kindness for weakness and my patience for blindness. Beware of me, Segudil, because inside this velvet hand there is a glove of steel. A glove of steel.
Come to my office immediately. What are you doing? Be quiet! Don't play. Go on with your play. Go on.
Headmaster, I was
Come to Topaze.
in the middle of my...
Come.
Headmaster, perhaps it might be preferable in
The
the
Baroness, Peter Benyo, would like a word with
in
you.
the interest of the pupils.
I'm afraid it's a matter which cannot be delayed. Get it.
Mr. Topaze, as you may or may not know, since my poor son was widowed, I have been in charge of my grandson's education. I have come here today expressly to ask you what you think of our youngest, Algernon.
A sweet, well-brought-up child.
Algernon thinks so highly of you, my dear Mr. Topaze, that he has begged me to come and ask you to give him private lessons.
That's very flattering.
Yes, I am deeply honored, madam.
Excellent. You will come to my house tomorrow evening, and you can tell me then what you have decided about the number of lessons required and the price.
Certainly, madam, certainly. I may as well tell you now when I am free.
Tomorrow evening, Mr. Topaze.
Oh, very well.
Now I want to talk to you about a small matter which is worrying me a little.
A mere bagatelle, which will soon be settled.
I have just received my grandson's monthly report, and I haven't dared to show it to anyone.
I explained to the Baroness that there must have been a slight mistake on the part of the secretary who copied your notes.
Well, I don't imagine so, Headmaster, since I have no secretary, and I wrote the report by hand.
Madame, would you excuse us?
Yes, of course, just for a moment.
The Baroness, who has just asked you to give her grandson private lessons, already has 3 boys in the school, and I myself have certain obligations. It is for these reasons that I put it to you, that I will not be surprised if there has been a slight mistake.
But, Headmaster, the marks that I have in this book are the marks that I gave to the boy.
But, Mr. Topaze, don't you see that that's impossible? English, naught. Arithmetic, naught. History, a quarter. Deportment, naught.
Come, please look more closely, Mr. Topaze. Look more closely. Can't you see any mistake?
No, Headmaster, it's easy to see that there are only notes. However, I will check with my notebook here exactly where I put them.
Listen to me, Mr. Topaze. I won't blame you if you've made a mistake. No. Errare humanum est. Perseverare diabolicum. Be so good as to recalculate the boy's marks.
Yes, well, it won't take me a moment.
The Minister of Education is dining with us on Wednesday night. He and my son, the Baron, are very great friends, you know. They were at school together.
I believe he thinks very highly of our friend, Mr. Topaze. But unfortunately, he was not able to confer on him the Medal for Distinguished Educational Services this year.
Oh, well, I can assure you that Mr. Topaze will get his medal at the very first opportunity.
Ah, do you hear, Topaze? The Baroness says you will get your medal at the very first opportunity.
Madam, I don't know how to thank you.
Have you found the mistake?
Headmaster, there is no mistake.
Oh.
Now, let us be logical about this, Mr. Topaze. When the Baroness tells you you will get your medal, you believe her. Yet when she tells you there must be a mistake, you don't believe her.
Madam, I assure you there cannot possibly be a mistake. Here, he had another note yesterday for mathematics. There's no doubt about it. The last in the class is Pitard Verniard.
And why is my grandson bottom of the class?
Why is he bottom?
Because he keeps getting noughts.
But why does he keep getting noughts?
Yes, why?
Because, madam, he is basically incapable of understanding the problem.
And why is he basically incapable of understanding the problem? I will tell you.
The Baroness will tell you.
My grandson does not understand the problem because the whole thing is prearranged.
Prearranged?
The problem was a sort of labyrinth in which 2 workmen were digging a rectangular ditch. I shall say no more.
The Baroness is saying no more.
Madam, having made such an accusation, you must say more.
Please control yourself, Mr. Topaze.
Do you deny that there is a boy of the name of Gigon in your class?
No, madam. I would not deny it. There is a boy of that name.
What is his father's profession?
I have no idea, madam.
The father of this boy, Gigon, is an excavating engineer. In the garden of this boy's house, there is a rectangular ditch. The problem was chosen to favor Gigon.
Madam, this is the first time that anyone has ever doubted my integrity. Which is unimpeachable, madam. Which is unimpeachable.
Madam, I can vouch for the complete integrity of my colleague.
I hope that I can believe you. But I will not believe that my grandson was bottom of the class.
Will not believe he was bottom of the class.
But, madam, that is a fact.
It may be a fact, but it's inexplicable.
Please allow me to explain, madam.
Ha! You will explain. I am listening.
Shh. The Baroness is listening.
The boy is growing fast.
So?
Physically, he is wavering between two different moods. Now then, sometimes he's talkative, laughs out loud for no reason, and throws stink bombs. This is what I would define as the active mood. In the second mood, madam, he stares at me, appears to be listening intently, but in reality he is asleep, with his eyes wide open, daydreaming. And if I ask him a question, he falls off his seat.
Be careful, Mr. Topaze. It is you who are daydreaming.
Madam, I speak in the boy's interest, for the eyes of those nearest do not always see everything.
And what is it that the eyes of those nearest do not see?
Madam, look closely at your grandson. He has a grubby face, ears which stick out, pale lips, and a shifty look.
Oh!
I'm not saying his life is threatened by any serious illness, no. All I am saying is, madam, that he probably has adenoids, or tapeworm, or some hereditary illness.
Oh!
Or perhaps all three. And what he needs is sound medical supervision.
This is outrageous.
Dear lady, dear lady.
Mr. Mush, if this professional slanderer remains in the school, I shall remove all my grandsons immediately. And the minister shall hear a great deal about Mr. Topaze. As for the report, what I think of it is this.
Madam! Dear lady. Dear lady. Dear Baroness. Run and ask the Baroness to forgive you. If you do not, I will dismiss you immediately. Immediately! Please, Topaze, my friend, for the school.
Very well, headmaster.
And remember, the future of the school is in your hands, dear Topaze.
Headmaster, may I ask your advice?
Come to my study at midday.
Pardon me for being so insistent, sir, but I would like to speak to you immediately, for I believe this to be the best moment.
All right, come in. It's all right, I'm listening.
I have a friend, a young man, handsome, well-built, who seems to me to have good prospects. My friend is in love with a young woman who, for her part, is not indifferent to my friend's charms, since she has given him several encouragements. Normally, all this should end in marriage. But there is a certain difference in their social standing and finances. My friend is a lieutenant, whilst the girl is the daughter of a general. And here is my question. If my friend were to make a request to the general, how do you think he'd be received?
This requires careful thought. Is your friend a perfectly honest man?
He couldn't be more honest.
And is the general a kind, generous-minded man?
Oh, yes. He has a general's heart.
Then let your friend make his request. I am certain he will be received with open arms.
Well, you are the general.
Aye, general.
The lieutenant is Topaze. And the young woman is the kind and beautiful Miss Mush.
What? Topaze wants to marry my daughter?
Yes.
Have you all got mad?
But great love is akin to madness. Think of Romeo and Juliet, Paula and Francesca.
And listen!
Dante and Beatrice.
Ernestine! 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 What has Topaze been doing to you?
Well, nothing. Well, I mean, if I can find some man who's fool enough to do my homework for me, I don't think that's any great sin.
But why him?
He likes to.
Tell me the truth. What is there between you?
Well, nothing.
What?
Well, he does make eyes at me.
Is that all?
Yes, and he even tried to kiss me once.
Where?
Here.
In the classroom. Where all the children could see you and tell their parents? You didn't go any further with him, did you?
Really, for heaven's sake, Papa, what do you take me for?
Headmaster, the Baroness refused to listen to me until I found a mistake. There is no mistake. I cannot invent a mistake which does not exist.
You are a disgrace to this school.
Headmaster.
You give free lessons. You tell me you've enrolled a new pupil, and then he is not allowed to come. You stubbornly refuse to see a mistake when a parent asks you. You falsify the examination papers. And on top of your stupidity and bad behavior, you display the most scandalous lechery.
Lechery, sir?
Do you deny that here in this room, before the eyes of horrified children, you tried to dishonor my daughter?
I dishonor your daughter, sir.
It is only because I have the interest of the school at heart that I do not call the police.
But, Headmaster...
Leave the school immediately! From this moment, you cease to be a member of the staff. Come, Ernestine.
Headmaster. Miss Mish. Headmaster. Please allow...
Madam. Put candles all over the dining room. We must look beautiful tonight for the Comte d'Auberville.
We shall, madame, we shall.
Must we in the 20th century?
Darling, my show opens next week and I want 150,000 francs.
Just like that?
Just like that. What do you mean, ha-ha?
I mean, ha-ha, I haven't got that much, my pussycat.
This pussycat can scratch pretty badly, don't you forget it.
Ah, I like that. You can have anything you like from me, my darling, anything.
Anything?
But not 150,000. I simply haven't got it.
Don't lie to me, Regis. What about a certain little road sweeper swindle you're presenting to the city council?
What about it?
If our friend Roger de Berville is going to cooperate tonight, as he usually does, it will bring you in almost $1 million.
But that million is not $1 million, my angel.
Tell your angel what it is.
Think of the many bribes I have to shower left, right, and center. And this time, I have some additional very difficult customers. The Road Sweepers Union.
How do they come in?
If the city council adopts mechanical road sweepers, it will make a few hundred men unemployed. And the union officials will have to be persuaded that nothing must stand in the way of progress. Please help me with this collar.
And your cash will do the persuading.
Yes. Believe me, I wish I could find 50,000 for you somewhere.
150?
I thought you said 50.
You heard what I said.
All right, I heard what you said. But I promise you, I can't give you more than 50.
And I promise you that if you don't give me 150, I'll never set foot in here again.
You know, my dear Regis, you're one of the few people I really envy.
Come on, Roger, you flatter me.
Not at all, my dear fellow. You have an enviable social position. Magnificent castle. And a beautiful, shall we say, companion in life.
But you, my dear fellow, you have a name. A most honorable name. And right now, it looked pretty impressive on the tender for the road sweepers.
I've always been interested in mechanical locomotion.
I know your interests, my dear fellow. I know them well. By the way, I have all the documents with me. You can sign after dinner.
Oh, with pleasure. They are all right, I presume.
Yes, everything's all right.
Then I can relax. There's my shot, I believe.
Huh? Oh, silly of me.
I must confess, I was a bit worried about my 100,000.
What 100,000?
I want 100,000 for the road sweeper deal. Your turn, Regis.
Swine. You are a swine. A traitor!
Don't get excited, Regis. I have you by the throat, and you know it. Tonight is the deadline for that deal.
Damn you! You little nobody.
Cigarette?
You're trying to blackmail me. You forget who I am.
Oh, no, I don't. Excuse me. You are a municipal councillor of the city of Paris who's simply taking advantage of his political position in order to vote the purchase of heaven knows what.
What?
And then supplies the same heaven knows what through the intermediary of a stooge. And I am that stooge. Have I got it right?
It's all you can do. Stooge, sign your name.
Well, what a name. Roger Gaiton de Berville, one of the oldest families of France.
One of the shabbiest families of France.
Sir! I will not allow you to insult the Berville.
Wait. Roger, wait, please. I want to talk.
Take your hands off me.
Please, Roger.
Will you please take your hands off me?
Roger, please, I want to talk to you.
Will you take your hands off me?
All right, I take my hands off you, but please listen to me. Roger, I trusted you like my own brother. It was I who put you on your feet.
That's your story.
No, that's your story. It's your life story, Roger de Berville. Your car. How did you get your car? That was the new electric lighting for the slaughterhouse. And those black pearls that you're wearing, that was the new refrigerator for the morgue. And your apartment? Well, the less said about that, the better. And now you have the effrontery.
Hello, Roger.
Susie.
Don't pay any attention to him. You know he can't help making speeches. Darling, don't get so excited. It's bad for your blood pressure.
How nice to see you. You look simply divine.
Oh, thank you, Roger. Well, you know, healthy life in the country. Early nights.
Early nights, you. Oh, don't say it. You're breaking my heart.
Apropos heart, I'm appealing to yours. Come now, Roger, won't you make a little sacrifice? Must be tolerated a man has to perform the degrading task of road sweeping.
Do we have to listen to your entire speech to the city council?
Roger, if you find the city council a laughing matter, we have obviously nothing further to say to each other. Goodbye.
Oh, darling, don't be so petty.
I'm a freely elected representative of the people. I cannot allow democracy to be insulted. 100,000 he wants. No!
I cannot talk with a power-mad, raving idiot. Excuse me.
Please, please, gentlemen, don't behave like two school children. You'll ruin everything in a minute.
Oh, let him go.
Yes, and my show with him.
Who cares about your damn show?
I do! Roger!
Let him go, let him go, let him starve at some street corner.
You, sir!
Don't worry about me, sir, but you, sir, you get the hell out of here.
Sir, in your family, it may be the custom to get the hell out. In mine, we take our leave.
Well, take your leave and then get the hell out of here.
No. So now what are we going to do?
What can I do? The deal's off.
So is my show.
Yes, so it is. Everything's off. It's all off.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. You must think of something. Surely you know plenty of other people who will sign.
Not so simple to find the right person.
Why don't you get hold of Maraval?
Not that crook. Huh? He's much too expensive since I got him his knighthood.
What about Faubert?
Ideal.
Well,
Now he's in prison.
we must get hold of someone. It shouldn't be that difficult. If I found somebody, would you back my show?
If you found the right man? Yes, yes.
That's a deal.
What are you doing?
I'm getting my shoes, and I'm going to bring you the man you want.
Huh? Please, don't let it be another blackmailer.
Oh, don't worry. The man I have in mind doesn't even know that word.
Maybe he knows another word.
Madame, Mr. Topaze, does he live here at school?
No, Mr. Topaze. No, madam. Mr. Topaze does not live here.
Oh.
He lives with Mr. and Mrs. Tamise.
Oh, good.
He doesn't work here anymore.
Oh, that's wonderful. What's his address, please?
15 Rue Saint-Louis.
15 Rue Saint-Louis. Thank you very much.
Mr. Topaze.
Come in, Mr. Topaze. Come in. Darling, let me introduce you to Mr. Topaze, Mr. Castel Benac.
I'm extremely honored, sir.
The honor is mine.
Please sit down, Mr. Topaze.
Thank
Yes,
you.
please come and sit.
Would you like a drink?
Yes, please.
Madame has been telling me that you are a real jewel.
Oh, really?
And Mr. Castel Benac would like to make use of that jewel.
Oh, thank you.
There you are.
Thank you, darling.
Cheers.
Cheers. This is very good.
Yes, isn't it? Mr. Topaze, what are your average earnings as a teacher?
Oh, you are the teacher.
Yes. I earn approximately 1,200 francs a month. Of course, a teacher has certain clothing expenses, but when one earns that amount...
That's certainly very good.
Yes, yes. Money isn't everything, but one is nonetheless happy to possess a little.
Well said, well said. We are all in the same position, you know. He's an idiot. I like him.
The post Mr. Castel Benac is offering you is going to bring in much more.
Well, not much more, but a little more. Yes, a little more. I could offer you a basic salary and a commission on each deal. On an average, you'd be earning 2,500 francs.
A month?
Yes, a month.
For myself?
For yourself?
For lessons in what?
Mr. Topaze, I don't think you'll have to give any kind of... Oh, Mr. Topaze, are you all right? Oh, I hope you're all right.
Yes, no.
Did you hurt yourself, no?
No.
Dinner is served, madam.
Oh, Mr. Topaze, please, would you like to stay for dinner with us?
Oh, you're
please,
very
please.
You know, nothing special, but we'd be so glad.
Just a frugal meal.
I realize that you've never been downstairs in this castle, have you?
No, I haven't.
No. Well, I think you'll like it.
No, it's very beautiful. It's really lovely.
Excuse me. May I look at you for a moment?
If you wish, sir, yes.
Yeah. Fine. I like your eyes. They're good, honest eyes.
Thank you.
Well, come along. Tell me, have you any family?
No, sir, I am completely alone in the world.
Good, that's perfect. I mean, that's very sad, but that's life.
Yes.
How about women?
Women?
Surely you have a mistress, haven't you? Or some little girl's tucked away somewhere? A naughty boy.
No, sir, no. You see, one day I hope to marry, and when that day comes, I shall approach my wife untarnished.
Oh, that's good. That's very good, yes. Your wife should be very pleased. Well, come along, my dear Topaze.
Come in, gentlemen. Come in.
You don't mind me calling you my dear Topaze, do you?
It would be an honor for me.
Come on, will you please sit down there?
Thank you.
There.
Yeah.
For what we are about to receive, may the Lord make us truly grateful. Well, now, I'm going to start a new company. In Paris, of course. And as I'm overladen with work, I need an assistant. The company will bear his name, and he will be, in fact, the managing director.
So, a wonderful thought, but I'm afraid you rather overestimate me.
Oh, no, no, no. Mr. Topaze, you're a teacher.
Come on, my dear Topaze. You know how to dictate.
Exactly.
Yes, I know how to dictate, yes.
Well, that's all you'll have to do. Dictate the correspondence to the secretaries and then correct their spelling.
Oh, well, I could certainly take care of their spelling.
And you know how to sign your name, don't you?
Oh, yes, yes. I don't have a particularly beautiful signature, but it's very difficult to copy. None of my pupils has ever been able to copy it.
Excellent. Then you will sign instead of me, that's all. Well, now, to your future, my dear Topaze.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
What are you waiting for?
Cigar?
Oh, no, thank you. I don't smoke that.
Now, Topaze, are you quite sure we should start you off so soon?
Oh, yes, you start me off straight away. Don't hesitate.
Excellent,
Don't
excellent.
hesitate.
Just as you say. Well, first, I'll give you my check. Topaze,
Albert.
Albert.
Albert. Are you happy, Albert?
Madam, I've never been so happy since I don't remember when.
Good.
I'm so happy. Do you think it would be all right if I took one of those cigars home from my friend Tammy's?
Oh, please,
Oh,
help
but of
yourself.
course.
He loves cigars. It's very sweet of him.
Here we are. The check for you, my dear Albert.
2,500 francs.
It's your commission on the deal and a month's salary in advance.
2,500 francs.
What's the matter?
Madam, it seems strange to me that people should offer such a well-paid position to a man who is incapable of fulfilling it.
But I've told you.
You have not told me everything, Mr. Benac.
Huh?
There's something you are hiding from me, and I think, what it is.
What are you talking about?
Madam, I feel that this story of a company is a disguised way of...
Of what?
Well, of offering me charity.
My dear Topaze, my dear Albert, you are completely mistaken. I give you my word of honor that you can truly render me great services. Can't he?
Yes, he can.
Really, on your word of honor, Mr. Benac?
I trust you like my own brother. There.
Well, I'm so happy. How can I show my gratitude?
Well, I tell you how. You just sign and keep quiet.
I sign and keep quiet, yes.
Yes, in business, the first lesson one learns is discretion.
Oh, yes, I understand that.
Well, now sign, my dear Topaze, and underneath your name you put managing director.
Yes.
Well, sign. Sign.
Madam, sir, I would just like to say that I am deeply grateful.
Right.
And I'm very, very, very moved.
Right, you sign here.
Here, yes. Albert Topaze.
Wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful, thank you very much, my dear director. Topaze Limited. It will look splendid on a brass plate in the heart of Paris, huh?
Managing director in the heart of Paris.
Roger de Burville.
Oh, Mr. de Burville. To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
I'm rather interested in your business, Mr. Topaze.
Oh, well, I'm very pleased to hear it. I'm a bit of a novice, but I'm doing my best to catch up on the gaps in my education.
So I see.
Cigar?
No, thanks.
Oh. Did you want something?
No.
Well, then, back to work. Remember, work tires no one. What tires one is laziness, the mother of all vices.
Oh, Mr. Topaze, you are a wit.
Yeah.
Commercial law, engineering, local administration. That's rather telling, isn't it?
What do you mean by telling?
I assume that you're the one that's supplying road sweepers to the city council. Am I right?
Sir, the first lesson one learns in business is that discretion is essential.
Especially for those kind of deals.
Perhaps. Who knows?
I think you'll find your cigar will draw better if you pierce the end.
Oh, yes.
You realize that I know all about the road sweepers. I even know someone who would be sitting in your chair if he'd been willing to work at a cut price like you.
Like me at a cut price? Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Now, just between ourselves, how much are you getting out of it?
2,500 francs.
You're joking, of course.
I am not joking.
My dear sir, I agree that in business it's often a good thing to pretend to be stupid, but really, I think you're carrying it a little far.
Mr. de Burville, that was a rude and untimely remark. It would do well if you were to reflect a little before speaking. Would you please leave the room?
Certainly. Before I go, I thought you might like to read this. It's the monthly report of the City Council. You'll find underlined in red the sums of money paid by the council for schemes recommended by Castel Benac. I invite you to compare them with the figures on the files that you keep in this office.
But why should I do that?
Well, if the teaching profession hasn't completely finished you, you'll soon learn that these sums of money all end up in Castel Benac's pockets.
But that's stealing.
Yes, that's right. Well, I think I'll leave you to your reading. I'm sure it will help to fill the gaps in your education.
Repainting the exterior of the Eiffel Tower? Oh.
I like money, and I'm not ashamed to say so, although it sounds unfeminine and brash. The pound, the franc, the Yankee dollar, and the peso. The language doesn't matter if it's all hard cash. I like money, though it's usually presented as the root of all unhappiness and strife. Well, I should care if millionaires are troubled and tormented. I hope I have that kind of trouble all my life. I like money, and I simply have to quarrel with a certain slogan I do not believe. You cannot take it with you, how absurd and how immoral. I'm going to take it with me or I just won't leave. Just give me lots and lots of money, overflowing pots of money. I like money. That's all.
Yeah? Miss Courtois' dressing room.
Downstairs.
Thank you. Miss Courtois.
Excuse me. What is he doing here?
Miss Courtois, do you know who Mr. Benac is?
Huh?
Well,
And who am I, Albert?
He is nothing more than a common crook, and his place is in prison.
Albert, how can you?
I'm going to the chief of police.
He's mad. He's dangerous. We must do something.
Leave him to me. I'll deal with him. Mr. Topaze. Albert, please don't go. Come with me. Albert, I must talk to you.
What do you wish? Oh.
Albert, what are you doing? For God's sake. Albert, do you want to ruin me?
You?
Yes, me.
You're not in league with him, are you?
Oh, yes, I am. I didn't tell you everything.
What do you wish to tell me?
Everything. How I became involved. Oh, please, will you listen to me?
I am listening, madame.
Mr. Castel Benac was the executor of my father's will. I put my whole fortune in his hands, and he started investing my money. From time to time, he gave me papers to sign.
And you signed? Better you should cut off your right hand.
I know, but I signed without knowing, just like you did.
Yes, that's true. Just like me.
I realize now I should have denounced him the moment I found out. But I'm scared. I'm a woman at the mercy of a dangerous man. What else can I do but seek help?
Did you choose me?
Because the moment I saw you, I was struck by your manly face. I thought you could protect me. You're the only one who can outwit him. Stay with him, work with him, watch him. And when you find out his weak moment, strike!
I will strike, madam, I will strike.
Oh, yes, but not yet, please. Be very friendly with him. And stay close to me. Oh, I need you so much.
I will stay close to you.
Oh, thank you.
10 minutes, Miss Courtois.
Oh, yes, my next number I must change. Come with me and apologize to Mr. Castel Benac. For my sake.
Very well, for your sake.
Mr. Topaze is very sorry, Regis. There has been a misunderstanding.
What are you talking about? A misunderstanding?
There has been a misunderstanding. Don't argue. He's ready to sign now and carry on as before. Aren't you, Mr. Topaze?
Yes, I have all the papers here, and I'll sign them now if you wish.
Are you sure you're quite all right, Topaze? You said some very strange things a few moments ago.
He is fine.
I'm all right now, thank you. Sorry.
All right. We'll let it pass, hmm?
Please.
We'll let it pass.
Thank you.
All right, sit down and sign.
Headmaster, look!
Topaze.
I'm so glad for him.
So, they've at last. I always thought he'd come. What's this? Road sweepers?
Yes.
Topaze?
Yes.
And his photo in print?
Yes.
It looks like him, too.
He's gone a long way, our Topaze. He's a success.
I always thought he would be a success. Something must be done about it.
Yes.
Something will be done about it.
Oh, come in, Mr. Topaze. Miss Courtois in the drawing room.
Thank you very much.
Yes, darling, I know Albert is an idiot, but he's not dangerous anymore. And I can handle him. Don't worry. All right, see you tonight. Bye-bye. Oh, hello, Albert. How wonderful to see you. I've just been speaking to Régis about you.
Please don't pretend, madam. I overheard some of your conversation.
And does it make you feel any happier?
You are a cruel and deceitful woman.
That's not true, Albert. I'm your friend. And that's why I chose you.
Because I had such a manly face.
Because you are so kind. And because I saw you were poor.
Why should a poor man interest you?
Because I've known poverty myself. You see, my real name is Magda Nemeth. And where I come from, people boil mashed corn and eat it day after day, all their lives. And to forget their hunger, they dream. My dream was Paris.
So was mine.
So here we are. Only when I arrived, I had one pair of stockings. And they were... But I had beautiful legs. So I offered them to the highest bidder.
How degrading.
Topaze. Come on, let's face it. The whole life is an auction. Men offer their brains or their muscles. And women offer themselves. It's all the same. Oh, come on. Don't let me get into one of my Hungarian moods. It all could be much worse. Cheer up, Topaze. Castel Benac has great things in store for you.
Yes. Here are the monthly accounts.
You must excuse me coming in unannounced, but there was no one in the office.
I'm sorry, we've been rather busy today.
Have I the pleasure of speaking to Mr. Topaze?
Yes, you have. How do you do?
You do?
Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, sir.
Cigar?
No, thank you. I have not come to ask your help, but to offer mine.
Oh? Sit down, please. May I inquire who you are?
Who I am? An old philosopher with a weakness for taking an interest in other people.
I see. And what makes you think that I am interesting?
Next week's edition of the Public Conscience. The editor has made a very serious inquiry into this unsavory affair. And next week, 500,000 readers will learn the truth about Topaze.
This is my photograph.
Sir, the first duty of the press is to keep an eye on morals and to denounce any abuses. Have you nothing to say?
No. What can I say?
Oh, now, sir, you're not just going to wait for the scandal to burst about your ears. Think, sir. Honor is our most precious attribute and worth every sacrifice. Come now, can't you guess what you must do?
Sir, I hardly dare put a meaning to your words.
Then dare, sir. Dare.
And you honestly mean that if I did that, this edition would not appear?
I'll give you my word. It'll be a first-class burial. Oh. Come, sir. Make an effort. Kill yourself.
Now?
Certainly. The sooner the better.
What, in front of you?
Yes, of course, in front of me. No. But before you do anything serious, I think you should inform Mr. Castel Benac. After all, you are in his pay.
Yes. Castel Benac, please.
I shall be most interested in his answer.
Topaze here. There's a gentleman in my office who knows all our secrets, and he's asking me... No, not money, no. He's asking me to kill myself.
What's he saying?
He said, could we postpone the execution and meet him in an hour at the Café Granval?
Oh, yes. All right.
Yes, he said, all right, yes.
Good afternoon, Mr. Benac.
How much do you want?
$500,000. The Conscience has 500,000 readers.
So you are from that rag. Why didn't you tell me? Does Mr. Vernicle know that I'm in the game?
Oh, yes. He told me to speak to Mr. Topaze.
He's not so stupid. Well, come on. We'll sort it all out. Tell me, is this your first go at blackmail?
Oh, sir. Do I look like a beginner?
The old routine, huh? First threaten them with suicide and then make them pay. Elysee 23556. Come in, Topaze. It'll be a lesson for you. Mr. Vernicle, good afternoon. Castel Benac. Well, now, my dear Vernicle, huh? Oh, not too bad, old chap. And you? Good. I say, I have here a venerable old gentleman who's been sent by you. I find his price a bit steep. All right. You're making a mistake threatening an old friend. Wait a moment. Perhaps you could make use of another little piece of inside information. Listen. Did you ever know an apprentice printer who in November 1920 ran away with his employer's cash box? All right, just as you say. And your son Victor, is he well? Good, a charming boy. Well, goodbye. I pass you your friend now.
Hello? And you too, Mr. Vernicle.
Well, now, that's fixed.
And very well fixed, sir. My compliments. Well, now, all that remains is for me to withdraw.
Listen, one more word. Would you do me the favor of leaving us backwards?
Why?
Because if you turn your back on me, I couldn't resist the temptation to kick your behind.
As you wish. By all means. Yes. Good day, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
And you, I'll see you later.
Mr. Benac.
My dear friend, I am so happy to see you. I am indeed enchanted. I'm in Paris for a headmaster's conference, and I could not resist the opportunity of coming to congratulate you on your success.
Success?
Yes, of course. Here in Paris, everything is wonderful. And here, every morning at 8 o'clock, I get a pleasurable sensation as I see 3 road sweepers pass the front of my modest hotel. And on 3 gleaming bonnets there sparkles your name, Topaze. Well, I tell you, when I see them pass, I bow to them.
There's nothing to bow to, headmaster.
Come. You always were a modest fellow. Tell me, are you earning a lot of money?
I've become nothing more than a crook.
Oh, come. Are you earning a lot of money?
I'm earning far too much money.
There is a beautiful reply. Far too much money. Well, I always knew it. How many times have I said to my family, that fellow will go far? And it was only out of pure friendship that on the day you asked to leave us, I did not try to make you stay. And now, my dear Topaze, I must talk to you about a matter very close to my heart. I'm a father, my dear Topaze. An unhappy father.
Is Miss Mush ill?
She is suffering from an incurable illness. Her heart.
Well, she should see a specialist.
He stands before. Yes, alas, yes. In those days when you were the flower of our school, little did you realize that at your feet lay the heart of this poor child. Love had brushed her with his wing, and I, the blind father, I did not understand. But since you have been away from us, her sadness almost breaks my heart. She stands dreaming by the fireplace. She has grown thin, and at last she told me all. That, my dear Topaze, is the confession of a father. Say nothing you may regret later. She is out there waiting now with anguish in her heart.
Headmaster, when I asked for your daughter's hand, you threw me out.
But you did ask for my daughter's hand.
Yes.
It's yours. Ernestine! Ernestine!
Henri! Henri.
My name is Albert. Smoosh.
Oh, Albert, do not touch me. We are all alone. Do not take advantage of this situation.
Miss Moosh, please, please, Miss Moosh. I'm not the fool that I used to be.
Albert, what are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
You must not take advantage of me like this.
I'm not trying to take advantage of you, Miss Moosh. This game is useless.
Oh, my modest darling.
Please, Miss Moosh.
Oh, dear Albert.
Your buttons.
Oh, dear Albert.
Miss Moosh.
Oh, Albert, it is all right. Papa has given us his blessing.
Miss Moosh. No. No.
Albert. Yes. Yes.
Miss Moosh. Would you kindly leave?
Leave?
Yes.
You filthy little crook.
Oh, well.
Please allow me to explain. I can explain.
My dear Topaze, there is nothing to explain. I didn't want to talk to you in the cafe, but I really think the best thing would be for us to separate. It's not your fault that you're not exactly bright, so I want us to part as friends. And I have a little farewell present for you. There. Better get some of those files.
Can't you guess what it is?
No.
The decoration that Regis applied for on your behalf.
You mean I have it officially?
Nothing more official than that. And now, Topaze, what would you say to a nice teaching post, huh?
No, thank you.
Oh, you perhaps want a small pension?
No, I don't want a small pension.
Oh, a large pension then, really. He's perhaps not as stupid as he looks. Come on, tell us what you want.
I want to stay here.
To do what?
Prove myself?
I should have thought you have already done that sufficiently.
No. I'm just beginning to understand how the wheels go round.
Mr. Rebizule is here.
Right, coming.
Would you let me see him?
What for? To ruin the deal, please?
Regis, give him one more chance.
But, darling, it's dangerous. He's had chance after chance.
Please, just one more.
Darling, be generous.
All right. But put on that medal of yours to give you some assurance.
Give it to me.
Get him quickly out of the way. The chief of police will be waiting for us.
The chief of police?
Yes. For dinner.
Yes.
Good luck.
Mr. Rebizule, I don't believe we've met. My name is Topaze. How do you do? Please? Thank you. So nice to meet you, Mr. Rebizule.
He has certainly got a nerve. I haven't seen the man for 6 whole months, and now he's late.
It's not his fault if you've been away on a goodwill tour of Africa.
I ruined my health touring the underdeveloped countries, trying to help.
Help who?
Please. And he? I told him to be here at 2 p.m., and now it's 4:30. Where is he?
If you keep on shouting, I think I shall go.
Yes, please go. There is no need for you to wait. It's just the monthly accounts I have to settle.
You'd be very pleased if I left, wouldn't you?
Eh?
Then you'd be able to keep that London deal from me.
What London deal? I don't know what you're talking about.
Then where do you want me to go?
Because when you are not there, I can be more free with my language. That's why. And Mr. Topaze badly needs a dressing down.
Why?
Why? Because he's getting damn cheeky, our school teacher. And it's all your fault.
My fault?
Yes, your fault, right from the beginning. You taught him how to dress, you taught him how to eat, you give him a taste for good food, and now, my goodness, he's got the self-assurance and the energy of well-nourished people like us.
Mr. Topaze.
It is almost 4:45.
No, it's 4:32. Madam, you are grace and charm itself.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Topaze.
What can I do for you?
First, settle the monthly accounts, and then I have something I would like to say to you.
Right. I owe you for the last 6 months a total sum of 3,246,753 francs.
Right. That figure agrees with mine.
Good.
Does that include the London deal?
Yes. What is this London deal?
It's a strictly personal matter.
What do you mean, personal?
I mean that it doesn't concern you.
What?
Please sit down.
I will not sit down.
Well, don't sit down, then. Cigarette?
Yes. No. What is this London deal?
Let me put a few figures before you. The company has earned over the last 10 months 16,842,753 francs. The running expenses amount to 6 million.
Yes.
You have therefore made a profit of over 10 million. Excellent business while it lasted. What a lovely view. But now it's all over. From now on, the company will belong to me. All the profits will go to me. It's as simple as that.
Very funny. You imagine that you own this company?
I don't imagine. I do. The lease is in my name. The company is in my name. Everything is legally mine.
Everything is legally his. What? But that's theft.
You take it to court.
Say something, for goodness sake.
I will. Oh, my God.
There's very little else he can say, madam.
Listen. Without me, you'd still be at Mushi's school. I taught you everything. I trusted you like...
Yes, like your own brother. But you earned 10 million, Regis. No pupil ever brought me in such a sum.
No, I can't believe it.
I've seen you at work, Regis, and I've been able to judge you. You're a crook, I agree. But you're a little one with no imagination. What shall we say? A sort of second-rate jack of all trades.
Well?
Blast!
Is that all you have to say?
What can I say to a bandit? You're a bandit.
Very witty.
Oh, you shut up!
What?
I'm beginning to think that you two are in it together. You money-grabbing little... I picked you up in the gutter, remember? That's where you belong.
What did you say?
Exactly what I said. Haven't you sponged enough on me?
You...
Well, if you two are going to discuss intimacies, I think I'd better leave. Madam?
You... Don't you imagine it'll be as easy as all that? Laugh. But he who laughs last laughs loudest.
Good.
I'll go straight away to the chief of police.
That will greatly surprise me.
And you'll be back where you came from, in the gutter. I'll see to that.
Get out.
Whom are you telling to get out?
You.
I paid for all this, every single piece of furniture, every poodle.
It's entirely irrelevant. You were told to get out.
I could use violence, but I won't. When I choose, I'll make you pay for your, well, you know what. For the moment, I prefer to laugh at it.
Thank you.
It's a great pleasure, I assure you. But I have the feeling that you'll finally forgive him.
Oh, really? What are you going to do now that you're on your own?
Well, I've been on my own for the last 6 months. I have 4 contracts with the British Admiralty.
Oh.
A French invention, which should greatly enhance the reputation of our country. So for a mere school teacher, I suppose I haven't done at all badly.
Oh, no, not at all.
Well, goodbye.
Goodbye. Perhaps I'll see you sometimes around.
Yes, perhaps. Paris is a very small place. how wonderful it is to see you. Oh, you old devil, you haven't changed one tiny little bit.
Well, you have. You've got an overcoat at last. And the beard, it is different.
Yes. Well, a lot of things are different.
Well, that's fine, too, as long as the man himself is still the same.
Yes.
Topaze, you haven't changed, have you? It's suggested in the newspapers that you are dishonest.
Well?
Well, why don't you write to the papers and deny it?
It's true.
Topaze, you're making fun of me.
Listen, Topaze. Everything I've done since I left the school is punishable by law. And if the world were properly organized, I'd be in prison right now.
I don't believe it.
Would I lie to you?
But how can you have changed so much? You were the most honest man I've ever known.
Yes. And it lost me the only thing I ever cared for, my job at the school. Now I'm a so-called crook. I'm rich. And that, believe you me, is the only thing that gains one respect.
That's not true.
Oh, yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
I will not...
You're talking like an idiot. Why don't you open your eyes and look at the world as it really is instead of living in that dream world of yours? You'll find that money can do anything. If I want a set of gold teeth, permission to eat meat on Fridays, any woman I like, I've only got to say 2 small words. How much?
And has your money bought you happiness?
Has it bought me happiness? I'm buying it now.
I see. Well, I'll leave you to get on with your shopping.
Topaze.